Foods that shorten your lifespan after 70, and how to avoid them starting today. After turning 70, the body loses much of its ability to metabolize and repair itself efficiently. Every meal and food choice directly impacts overall health, even determining whether you'll enjoy a few more years of wellness or soon face serious health complications. Unfortunately, many commonly consumed foods still present in daily meals are quietly undermining longevity, and most people don't even realize it. One worrying truth is that many seniors still follow old eating habits, favoring bold flavors, convenience, and easy-to-prepare dishes. Yet, these are often loaded with dangerous levels of salt, sugar, saturated fats, and preservatives. As the immune system, heart, brain, bones, kidneys, and liver all weaken with age, even seemingly harmless foods can gradually drag the body into a spiral of illness. Deep-fried foods, frequently served during snacks, holidays, or celebrations, pose significant risks to cardiovascular health. Trans fats formed during repeated oil frying raise bad cholesterol and trigger inflammation in blood vessels. After 70, your circulatory system becomes more vulnerable than ever. High blood pressure, atherosclerosis, and stroke risks can creep in silently after long-term exposure to fried foods without balancing them with healthier options. Beyond greasy foods, salt is a silent killer for older adults. Long-standing salty eating habits are a major cause of hypertension, kidney damage, fluid retention, and electrolyte imbalances. Many people don't realize that salt doesn't only come from what we add to food. It hides in processed products like instant noodles, sausages, fish sauce, soy sauce, canned goods, and even bread. Excess sodium forces kidneys to work overtime, increases the risk of kidney failure, and causes fluid buildup that harms the heart and blood vessels. Refined sugar is another major threat to seniors, especially those at risk for diabetes, obesity, or insulin issues. After 70, blood sugar regulation becomes harder as cells grow less responsive to insulin. Sugary desserts, soft drinks, candies, ice cream, and sweet breakfast cereals all disrupt hormonal balance and damage cells. Excess sugar is also linked to chronic inflammation, the root cause of conditions like Alzheimer's, cancer, and muscle degeneration. Additionally, processed foods are a hidden danger frequently stocked in many seniors' fridges or kitchens. Items like cold cuts, sausages, ham, snacks, canned fish, and more are popular for their convenience and shelf life. However, they're loaded with preservatives, artificial flavors, MSG, and additives that cause inflammation. Studies show that frequent consumption of processed foods increases the risk of heart disease, colorectal cancer, and negatively affects cognitive function. Another harmful habit that many maintain after 70 is casual alcohol use. Unfortunately, aging livers can no longer process alcohol effectively. Each drink takes hours for the body to detox, straining the liver and kidneys, while also impairing memory, balance, and sleep quality. Even light but frequent drinking raises the risk of falls, depression, and heart complications. Another underestimated threat is red meat, especially when grilled at high temperatures. Grilling creates cancer-causing chemicals that harm the digestive tract. After 70, the digestive system weakens, with reduced enzyme production leading to constipation, colitis, hemorrhoids, and even colorectal cancer. Regular consumption of red meats like beef, pork, or lamb, especially when grilled, fried, or roasted, increases metabolic strain and raises cholesterol levels. One often overlooked culprit is the overuse of refined white foods like white rice, white bread, and white noodles. These simple carbs digest quickly, causing rapid blood sugar spikes and crashes, leading to fatigue, cravings, and blood sugar instability. Rather than offering sustained energy, they increase the risk of type 2 diabetes and belly fat, both strongly linked to premature aging and organ decline. Avoiding these foods isn't complicated. It simply requires observation and some habit changes. Start by reading labels when shopping, choosing fresh over packaged items, and minimizing salt, sugar, and oil in daily cooking. Prioritize fresh vegetables, low-sugar fruits, whole grains, legumes, and fatty fish like salmon and sardines to support cardiovascular and nervous system health. Cooking at home using healthy methods like steaming, boiling, gentle baking, or light sautéing helps digestion and enhances nutrient absorption. Swap out regular salt for natural herbs and spices like ginger, turmeric, pepper, basil, or lemon juice. Limit overly salty bottled condiments like fish sauce and soy sauce, especially those with preservatives. If you've been drinking sugary beverages, milk tea, or sweetened coffee, try switching to herbal teas, warm lemon water, green vegetable juices, or simply filtered water. These options detox the body, support digestion, and reduce strain on the liver and kidneys. Just as vital is maintaining regular meal times. Eating on schedule and splitting meals into smaller portions helps with digestion and avoids bloating or nighttime discomfort. Don't skip breakfast and avoid overeating at dinner. When eating, chew thoroughly, eat slowly, and stay focused to help your body absorb nutrients more effectively. Changing your diet is more than just choosing better foods. It's a way to refresh life after 70. Each time you say no to an unhealthy food, you're choosing health and adding more time to enjoy with loved ones. Every meal is a chance to heal, nourish, and rebuild your body's natural defenses. No one can control aging, but everyone can control what they put into their bodies. When you choose foods that nurture rather than harm, you're actively preserving your longevity, clarity, and quality of life. Start changing today. Each meal, each small habit will gradually build a healthier body and a more peaceful life after 70. The natural decline of the body after age 70 and its relationship with food. After age 70, many organs in the body begin to enter a clearly noticeable stage of aging. Stem cells are no longer as active, immune function declines, muscle mass diminishes rapidly, muscle loss, bone density decreases, the brain begins to show signs of degeneration, and the endocrine system slows down. Meanwhile, the body's ability to absorb nutrients from food is no longer as efficient as in younger years, especially for calcium, vitamin B12, magnesium, and protein. Food, therefore, becomes either medicine or poison, depending on daily choices. A study by the U.S. National Institute of Nutrition found that older adults who consume a lot of processed foods have a 15% higher risk of early death compared to those who primarily eat fresh, home-prepared meals. Other studies in Europe have also shown that simply cutting daily salt intake in half significantly reduces the risk of stroke and heart disease. It is worth noting that aging does not occur uniformly among all individuals. Some people at 75 still walk briskly, remain mentally sharp, and live independently, while others of the same age are fully dependent on medication, family members, or assistive devices. Much of this difference stems from long-term dietary habits, sometimes spanning a lifetime. The food choices you make today form the foundation of your health 5 or 10 years from now. Healthy food alternatives for those over 70. Rather than focusing solely on eliminating harmful foods, which often leads to feelings of deprivation or pressure, a better approach is to actively add beneficial foods to the daily diet. When the body is properly nourished, cravings for unhealthy foods naturally diminish over time. Start with leafy greens and low-sugar fruits. Vegetables like spinach, kale, broccoli, amaranth, water spinach, pumpkin, carrots, and beets are not only rich in fiber, but also high in antioxidants, which help slow down cellular aging and support digestion. Fruits such as apples, grapefruit, blueberries, ripe bananas, pears, and oranges are also good choices, as long as they are not consumed in excessive amounts to avoid sudden spikes in blood sugar. Protein is a key factor in maintaining muscle mass, which declines rapidly after the age of 70. Without sufficient protein intake, the risk of sarcopenia, muscle loss, increases significantly, leading to weakness, increased risk of falls, fractures, and loss of independence. Prioritize protein from sources like fatty fish, such as salmon, mackerel, sardines, tofu, soybeans, chia seeds, oats, and eggs. Fish is especially valuable as it contains not only protein but also omega-3 fatty acids, an essential nutrient that protects the brain and cardiovascular system. Carbohydrates should come from complex sources such as whole oats, brown rice, sweet potatoes, corn, or whole grain bread. These foods digest more slowly, help regulate blood sugar levels better, and provide steady energy throughout the day. Avoid noodles, rice vermicelli, instant noodles, and white bread, as they can lead to belly fat gain and spikes in blood sugar. Healthy fats are essential, particularly for the absorption of vitamins D, A, E, and K, and for optimal brain function. Use plant-based oils like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, sesame oil, or flaxseed oil as replacements for animal fats. Avoid oils that have been reused multiple times for frying, as they produce inflammatory compounds and are harmful to the heart. Most importantly, don't think of healthy eating as a burden or something you're forced to do. It's a conscious choice to live better each day. When your mindset shifts, choosing the right foods becomes an act of self-love rather than a form of denying yourself what you enjoy. You don't have to change everything in one day. Simply replacing one unhealthy item with a better option each week is already the beginning of an upward journey. Don't let your past or habits dictate the future of your health. If you used to eat salty foods, try gradually reducing your salt intake day by day. If you're used to fried foods, start baking or steaming them a few times a week. If you were once addicted to milk tea or sweets, try switching to natural fruits or unsweetened yogurt. Gradual changes are far more sustainable than extreme, restrictive lifestyles.